gorgeous girls and beautiful boys, men and women. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's been 2 weeks, right? Since our last video. And before I even proceed, I want to ask this question, and it's very random, and I would really, really appreciate your comments. So, if you don't have a BSc now and you want to go for a BSc degree, what degree are you going to get? If you have a BSc degree and you want to go for a master's degree, what degree would it be, or what course would it be? Okay, so it's course rather than degree. If you have a master's degree now, but you want to go for like a PhD, what specialization is it gonna be? Can you just drop the comment for me, please? Thank you very much. So let's get into it. That was very, very random, but I think I need it for a decision making section with myself. All right, so welcome back to my YouTube channel. And if you are new here, my name is Temi Nikonlayo, and I am a product manager. So what do I do here? I help entry level product managers in Nigeria and across the world build the skills and confidence to succeed in their product management career. So basically, what I do here is just to talk to entry level, mid level, all the levels in product management. I'm open to learning. I've gotten so many feedback from this channel, and it's been an awesome ride for the past 1 year. Okay, that was just by the way. But we do everything here, entry level. Everybody, you are welcome. I love to hear from you. So today we are going to talk about one of the most important frameworks every manager needs to understand. So this is the product life cycle. People wonder and they're like, product life cycle. Yes, there is a product life cycle. That same life cycle for that you were taught in biology or agricultural science or something, it applies to products also. It applies to everything basically, but we are going to be focusing on the product life cycle today. So whether you are working on a brand new feature, an existing product, or trying to figure out why your metrics are changing, understanding where you are in the product life cycle will completely change how you make decisions. So because here's the thing, right? The strategies that work during launch will kill your product during maturity. So and the tactics that work during growth will drain resources during decline. So you need to understand each stages and also what to do at such stage. So today I'm going to just break down the 4 stages of the product life cycle, what happens at each stage, the metrics that matter, and most importantly, what you should actually do as a product manager at each stage. So let's get into it. The first part is, what is the product life cycle? I said it that there is always the life cycle in everything, human things, items, gadgets, everything. There is a product, there is a life cycle attached to all of those things, even things that we eat too. You see, they will write it best before expiry date or something. So there is always a life cycle attached to things. So the product life cycle is a framework that describes the stages of a product, that is the stages that a product goes through from launch to eventual decline. So each of those stages, they will say, oh, this stage we are at stage 1, this stage we are stage 2. So that framework helps you understand what is going on in that particular product from launch to eventual decline. So think of it like a human life, right? Probably from birth to childhood to adulthood and also old age. I know between childhood and adulthood, there is adolescent, there is teenager, preteen, and all of those things, right? Eventually, there is old age. So products do go through similar stages. So the first stages are the introduction, the product launches, right? Yay! We are in the market. You are trying to get initial traction. Then there is the growth. The product is gaining users rapidly. Oh wow, we have so many people onboarded. That is the growth stage. Momentum is building. Then you will have the maturity stage. The growth slows here. You may not get more than probably five people onboarded compared to the previous stage where you have like multiple, like 1,000 people coming to sign up on your application. So we have the maturity stage. Growth slows. You have a stable user base, but acquiring new users gets other. Now, the fourth stage is the decline. Usage drops, revenue decreases, the product is losing relevance. So now here is what most people actually get wrong. They think that every product must go through all the 4 stages and die. No, not all products will actually go through all the 4 stages. So it is not true. Great product management is about extending the growth and maturity stages as long as possible, and sometimes even reviving a product in decline. So that is what you should be able to do as a product manager. So for example, WhatsApp has been in growth maturity for over a decade because they keep adding features. There is a status, there is the payments, there is the business to, at the point they added the business, WhatsApp business, people that are doing businesses, they had to like port to that part for their business. So many features are coming into WhatsApp. The other day on my birthday, I saw someone which I don't like. This is actually a tear down. Somebody sent me a message. The person's number is not saved, but my brother posted my picture on his status, and the person's number is saved, or probably the person and my brother, they have like, they saved each other's contact, and this person could send me a message even without having my contact. Like, I don't know if you've experienced it. It's actually very worrisome because it feels like my data is being exposed to a third party that I don't even know. It's different from that person sending you a message, but this person was sending me a message directly from my WhatsApp, from my brother's WhatsApp status. I feel like it's a security breach, sha. But yes, that is it. So they've been adding features, and that has made them to stay in the growth and the maturity stage, so that extend the life cycle of the product. For example, BlackBerry Messenger, I don't know if anyone here, I'm actually a Gen Z, but I use BlackBerry. Bold 5, Cove, all those. So there is a BlackBerry Messenger. This product actually went from growth to decline rapidly because they didn't adapt when WhatsApp emerged. So they did not grow. They actually stood there, and that is something that most products actually do. They feel like they are comfortable even when a higher competitor comes into the market. They feel like, oh, nobody can take their customer. My dear, everybody will take your customer, you'll be left with nothing. So that is what happened with BlackBerry. Jumia in Nigeria has circled through growth, maturity, and even brief decline periods, but pivoted strategies to extend its lifestyle. I've seen Jumia grow. I've seen Jumia. In fact, even as a customer, you can see when a product is actually shaking, and they are very, very taken by what is going on in the market. But that is where you come in as a product manager to ensure there is sustainability. So understanding where your product is in the life cycle helps you make smarter decisions about what to build, what to measure, and where to invest resources. Now, the first stage is the introduction. I feel like we've spoken so much, but now let's get into it. So, what is the introduction? What is happening here? You've just launched, the product is new. Most people don't even know it exists, except probably the people that you did alpha and beta test with. You are trying to get your first users and prove the product works. Characteristics of the introduction stage: we have the low sales user numbers, we have the high cost marketing, customer acquisition, and support, we have negative or break even profitability, we have limited competition. So you might be the first or one of the first. So you are still learning what actually works here. So you are still also trying to see what do we even want in the market. Even though you've done your market analysis, go to market strategy, you are still trying to see that, okay, fine, we are in it now. What is in it for us? So metrics that matter at this point, you are not focused on revenue or scale. Your scale might not even move. You are not focused on that. You are focused on validation. Validation. So the key metrics are activation rate, how many people who sign up actually use the product. The second thing is time to first value. So how long does it take for user to experience the core benefits of your application? Then there is retention, day 1, day 7, are users coming back? Then there is the qualitative feedback. What are users saying? What is confusing? What delights them? You need to measure all of this metrics. So what you should do as a product manager, the first thing is you need to focus on product market fit. Focus on product market fit. Don't scale yet. Your job is to prove that people want this product. So you need to talk to users constantly, iterate quickly when they tell you that, oh, this is it. Your backlog should not be there for like 3, 4 months. Ensure that you are prioritizing as feedbacks are coming in. Start prioritizing. Don't wait till, oh, customers don't even know what they are saying. Product that just launched yesterday and people are already giving feedback. It should be good report for you that people are actually saying something about your product. So the second thing is nail the core experience. Don't add 10 features. Make sure the one thing your product does works flawlessly. So if you're a food delivery app, nail the ordering and delivery experience before adding loyalty programs. I see products go out, and the next thing they are looking at, how do we add this one? How do we add? Yes, benefits will come, but first of all, let people even do what they need to do before you say, okay, this is how we want to start adding loyalty programs, start giving benefits to our users. The third thing is be scrappy with marketing. Be scrappy with marketing. You don't need huge budget. Focus on early adopters. Use referrals, communities, word of mouth. Get in front of people who have the problem you are solving. Be the face of your product. You don't need to get like too many markets. Fine, you can do ads, but at least let them interface with people on that project. Do you understand? Next thing is expect to lose money. I screamed, expect to lose money. Introduction is expensive. You are investing heavily in building, marketing, and support. So it is normal. The goal is not profit, like I said. It's learning and traction. It's learning what worked. How did we fail here? What can we do to get better? It's just like you're doing like sprint review or retrospective, right? So, for example, let's look at Kuda, right? 2019 to 2020 of Kuda. When Kuda launched as a digital bank, they were in the introduction stage. They focused on making sign up ridiculously easy. So there is 5 minutes, no branch visits. Nailing the core benefits, which is like zero fees. They also did building through referrals and word of mouth, and also obsessing over early user feedback. So they did not try to launch savings, investments, and loans all at once. They nailed one thing: easy, free banking. That was their go to strategy. Now, the common mistakes that you should avoid: adding too many features too soon confuses users and slows iteration, spending heavily on paid ads before validating PMF, ignoring user feedback because we know better. Ah, you will serve there. Then trying to serve everyone instead of focusing on early adopters. That is another mistake that you should avoid. Now let's go to the second stage. Growth. I love the growth stage. So what is happening here? You've proven product market fit. Now the product is growing, your product is there, it's doing very well, word is spreading, users are coming in faster, revenue is increasing, you are getting small thing, you are feeling like the MD CEO of the products, right? Competitors are noticing you. So now what are the characteristics of the stage? Rapid increase in users and revenue, improving profitability. So yeah, you are spending less to acquire each user. Competitors start entering the market. It is when you put something that people will now say, oh, they also have idea. Don't be angry. Oh, it's just how the market is. It's when they always want to look from the. You just feel like, tell yourself that we are the best. We are the best, right? So that you can comfort yourself. So you are scaling infrastructure and team. Product improvements are happening fast rather. So what are the metrics that you should measure here? Now you are focused on growth and efficiency. Growth and efficiency. The first one is validation, right? Now the key metrics are monthly active users or daily active users. That's the MAU or the DAU. Customer acquisition cost, that is the CAC. How much does it cost to get a new user? Then there is the lifetime value, that is the LTV. I have a video where I actually explain all of this metrics, so you can just check it out. How much revenue does each user generate over time? Then there is the viral coefficient or the K factor. So are users referring others? Revenue growth rate is also something. How fast is revenue increasing? So what should you do as a product manager? Scale what is working. Don't go and say, oh, because people are now, this application is growing, let us those features in our backlog, let's now start pushing them out. Scale what is working. You found PMF, now double down. Invest in growth channels that work, optimize conversion funnels, build features that increase retention and referrals. Those are the things that you should do. And the second thing is expand distribution. So you can say, how can we reach more users? Is there going to be partnerships? Do we do new channels, geographic expansion? For Nigerian products, this one, it means that you are expanding from Lagos to probably Abuja, Port Harcourt, or Ibadan. Abuja is now the Buj. Is it the Buj or the Budge? I don't even know. PHCT, that's what they call Port Harcourt here in Nigeria. You people. Then there is the build mode. So there is the competitive advantages. So competitors are watching. What makes you defensible? Network effects, the brand, the proprietary data, build features that make it hard for users to leave. That is what you need to do here. Then you also need to invest in infrastructure. Your system need to handle 10 times the load. This is when you upgrade your servers, you improve reliability, you build better analytics, and you hire more engineers. I need to speak on this. Should I? People, when your product is growing, it's not when you now say you want to cut down on your engineers or your development team. Yes, you can cut down, but you still need stable and you still need mature and your product is doing very well. And that's when you start putting intents. That product that took so many experienced developers, product managers, scrum master, QA, business develop, everybody. Then you now say, ah, we are in the market. And the next thing you do is to now replace those people with interns. I don't have any issue with interns. Me, I believe in when you have senior person, you should also have an intern that the senior person is mentoring. But now you take all of those people out and you invest in, all right, hire more engineers. Then the fifth one is start building the nice to have features. So now you can add features that make the product stickier, loyalty programs, social features, integrations, things that weren't critical at launch but deepen engagement. You can now start introducing those things. For example, PiggyVest from 2017 to 2020. PiggyVest launched with simple automated savings. Let me even tell you something. I started using, then they were doing this CV stuff. I've forgotten the name of the CV. They started as, I knew Odueweni as the one that was in charge of this CV stuff. I've forgotten the name. And I know I paid like probably 1,000 naira for them to get my CV review. I think I've mentioned it here before. And that was where I knew Odueweni before Piggy Bank and now PiggyVest, right? So they added Safe Lock, higher interest locked savings. They did the invest feature, which means mutual fund, treasury bills, and they also went to Flex Naira, spend while you save. They also did the referral programs that drove viral growth, expanded marketing beyond Lagos. And there is another one now that you can save to get something that you want. Probably you want to buy the latest iPhone, you want to get a wig, you can save. I think they have vendors, then you start paying bit by bit until the whole thing is complete and you get your item. I think that is it. I really did not check, but I feel like that is what that initiative, a feature on the application. So they went from a simple savings app to a full financial wellness platform because they were in growth and could invest in expansion. Now, the common mistakes to avoid is growing too fast without fixing core issues. Retention suffers, but you're adding orishi products and features to your application. Who send you? Who asked for it? Then there is also ignoring unit economics, acquiring users at a loss. Why? Why? Just focus on the people that you have, serve them better, make sure they are staying, and those people they will bring more people. It's just how it works. Adding features randomly instead of strategically. Nobody asked for that feature. Why did you put it? Because the owner of the company said they want it. Okay, under investing in infrastructure, site crashes kills growth. You are not expanding your database. You are not you just keep acquiring without making provisions for extra numbers. It is actually bad. So yes, we are just gonna stop at stage two today, and we are gonna continue next week. I promise it's not gonna be in 2 weeks. It's gonna be next week Saturday or Sunday. So we talk about the three, the four, what you need to do, and some of the other things that I want to share. I don't want this to be too lengthy, so you don't miss out on so many details. So I'm gonna see you in my next video next week, and you know what to do. Even with this little one that we've done today, I want you to like, share, drop a comment, tell me what you are thinking about this topic, and also share with your community. Subscribe, yes, if you haven't subscribed, and we are going to pick it up from stage three next week. Bye.